As we get older, every year begins to feel more precious. Once we cross 70, many of us start to wonder quietly, how much time do I really have left? It's not an easy question, but the truth is, your body is already giving you clues. Some people in their 70s still feel strong, steady, and full of life. Others begin to slow down, dealing with tiredness, weaker muscles, or health problems that seem to appear out of nowhere. Why such a big difference? Very often, it comes down to a few important signs that tell us about our future health and longevity. In this video, I'm going to share 7 key signs that can reveal how long you may live after 70. Some of them might surprise you, because they're simple things most people overlook. But they matter more than you think. Before we start, I'd love to know, where are you watching from today? Just drop your state or city in the comments below. And if you have any natural health tips of your own, feel free to share those too. Someone else might really benefit from hearing what's worked for you. Sign 1, your walking speed, the hidden longevity test. One of the simplest but strongest clues about how long you may live after 70 is your walking speed. It might not sound important, but studies have shown again and again that the way you walk says a lot about your overall health. If you can keep a steady, confident pace when you walk, it usually means your heart, lungs, muscles, and even your brain are still working well together. On the other hand, if you find yourself slowing down, feeling unsteady, or struggling to keep up, it could be a sign that your body is losing strength. Think about this for a moment. Walking is something we all do every day, going to the mailbox, crossing a parking lot, moving around the house. If each step feels smooth and easy, it shows your body is still resilient. But when walking feels heavy, when you need to take frequent breaks, or when you feel off balance, it's a signal worth paying attention to. Doctors sometimes call walking speed the 6th vital sign, because it's just as telling as blood pressure or pulse. The good news is that walking speed is something you can improve. Even small efforts make a difference. Taking daily walks, practicing simple leg exercises, or doing light strength training can help you stay strong. You don't need to run marathons or lift heavy weights, just keeping your legs active helps protect your independence and mobility. The more you use your muscles, the longer they will support you. So, if you've noticed yourself slowing down, don't ignore it. Think of it as your body's gentle reminder that it needs more movement. Walking faster or longer isn't about keeping up with others, it's about keeping your freedom, your strength, and your life moving forward. Because in the end, how steady your steps are today can tell you a lot about how many steps you'll be able to take in the years ahead. Sign 2, your grip strength, how firmly you hold on to life. Believe it or not, the strength in your hands can reveal a great deal about your future health. Doctors often use grip strength as a quick and powerful test of overall vitality in older adults. A strong, steady grip shows that your muscles are still working well, your nerves are healthy, and your circulation is supporting your body. A weak or declining grip, on the other hand, can be an early warning that your muscles are losing power and that your body may be becoming frailer with age. Think about everyday tasks, opening a jar, carrying grocery bags, or even holding on to a railing. If you can do these things easily, it usually means your muscles are still strong enough to support you. But if you've noticed that your hands get tired quickly, or you struggle to twist open a bottle cap, that's not just old age. It can be a sign of muscle loss happening throughout your body. And when muscle strength fades, it doesn't just affect your hands, it increases your risk of falls, injuries, and loss of independence. The encouraging part is that grip strength can be rebuilt, even in your 70s or 80s. Simple exercises, like squeezing a tennis ball for a few minutes a day, using hand grippers, or carrying small weights while walking, can strengthen your hands and arms. These small routines don't just protect your grip, they also help your overall muscle health, which is directly linked to how long and how well you live. So, take a moment to notice, does your handshake feel as strong as it used to? Do you find simple daily tasks harder than before? If the answer is yes, don't ignore it. Your grip is more than just hand strength, It's your body's way of telling you how well you're holding on to life itself. Strengthening it now could help you maintain independence and energy for many more years. Sign 3, your balance, the 10-second test that speaks volumes. Balance is something most of us don't think much about until it starts to slip away. Yet your ability to stay steady, especially when standing on one leg, is one of the strongest predictors of how long you may live after 70. Researchers have found that older adults who can hold their balance for at least 10 seconds without wobbling are much more likely to stay healthy and independent for years to come. On the other hand, struggling to balance often signals weakness in your muscles, slower reflexes, and even early changes in brain function. Why does balance matter so much? Because it's about safety and independence. A single fall can change everything at this age. Falls often lead to broken bones, hospital stays, and in many cases, a loss of confidence that keeps people from living fully. Good balance means your legs are strong, your coordination is sharp, and your brain and nervous system are still working in harmony. Poor balance, however, is a sign that this system is weakening, and it's a warning you should never ignore. The good news is balance can be trained, just like strength or flexibility. Simple activities like standing on one foot for a few seconds each day, walking heel to toe in a straight line, or practicing gentle movements like Tai Chi or yoga can make a big difference. These exercises don't just steady your body, they also sharpen your brain and keep your reflexes quick. Here's something you can try right now. Stand up, lift one foot off the ground, and see if you can hold it for 10 seconds without grabbing a chair or wall. If it's easy, that's a strong sign. Sign 4, your sleep patterns, the nightly repair system. How well you sleep after 70 is more important than most people realize. Sleep isn't just about rest, it's the time when your body repairs itself, strengthens the immune system, and clears waste and toxins from the brain. If your nights are calm, steady, and refreshing, it usually means your body is still running smoothly. But if you're tossing and turning, waking up often, or rising in the morning still tired, your sleep patterns may be quietly warning you about your health. Think of two people in their mid-70s. One goes to bed around the same time every night, gets about 7 hours of restful sleep, and wakes up feeling alert. The other lies awake for hours, wakes up multiple times, and often feels groggy the next day. Over time, the first person's body and mind stay stronger, sharper, and more energetic. The second begins to notice brain fog, low energy, and even higher risks of issues like heart disease and memory decline, all linked to poor sleep. The encouraging part is that you can often improve your sleep without medication. Small changes make a big difference. Keeping a consistent bedtime, reducing screen time before bed, avoiding heavy meals or caffeine late in the day, and getting natural sunlight in the morning can all help reset your body's sleep rhythm. Sometimes poor sleep can also signal an underlying issue like sleep apnea, which is worth discussing with a doctor if you notice loud snoring, pauses in breathing, or extreme fatigue. So, pay attention to how you're sleeping. Are you waking up refreshed, or do you feel drained before the day even starts? Your nights tell the story of your health just as much as your days do. By protecting your sleep now, you give your body and mind the chance to stay strong, clear, and energized for the years ahead. Sign 5, your appetite and eating habits, fuel for longevity. The way you eat after 70 can reveal a lot about how long and how well you may live. A healthy appetite and balanced meals mean your body is still absorbing the nutrients it needs to stay strong. But when appetite fades, or eating habits become poor, it can be a red flag that your health is quietly changing. Many older adults dismiss this by saying, "I'm just not as hungry as I used to be," but in reality, it may point to muscle loss, slower digestion, or even early signs of illness. Think of two women in their mid-70s. One still enjoys her meals, cooks fresh food, and maintains a steady weight. She looks forward to breakfast, lunch, and dinner, and her energy carries her through the day. The other often skips meals, eats mostly processed foods, and has started to lose weight without meaning to. She feels tired more often and doesn't realize that her shrinking appetite is weakening her muscles and lowering her body's defenses. Good nutrition at this stage of life is about more than just filling your stomach, it's about protecting your independence. Without enough protein, vitamins, and minerals, the body starts breaking down muscle, making you more vulnerable to falls, injuries, and illness. Poor appetite can also make the immune system weaker, which means it's harder to fight infections or recover from health setbacks. The good news is that small, thoughtful changes in eating can have a big impact. Focus on whole, nutrient-rich foods, lean proteins, vegetables, fruits, whole grains, and healthy fats. Stay hydrated, since thirst often declines with age, and make mealtimes enjoyable by eating with others when you can. If you notice your appetite dropping or your weight changing without trying, take it seriously, it's your body's way of asking for help. Remember, food is not just fuel, it's medicine. The way you nourish your body today will decide how strong and independent you remain in the years ahead. Sign 6, How you handle stress, the silent ageless factor. At any age, stress takes a toll. But after 70, the way you manage stress can deeply affect how long and how well you live. Stress is more than just worry in the mind, it creates real changes in the body. It raises blood pressure, weakens the immune system, increases inflammation, and speeds up aging. Seniors who carry stress day after day often feel more tired, struggle with health problems, and notice their mood slipping. But those who learn to manage stress calmly often stay healthier, sharper, and more energetic. Think of two men, both in their mid-70s. One faces challenges just like anyone else, bills, health scares, family worries, but he takes them step by step. He breathes deeply, talks things through, and doesn't let problems consume him. The other man, however, holds on to every worry. Small frustrations keep him up at night, he feels tense throughout the day, and his mind never rests. Over time, that constant stress shows in his body, higher blood pressure, more fatigue, and a weaker ability to fight off illness. The truth is, stress is unavoidable. But how you respond to it is in your control. Finding healthy ways to release tension, whether through prayer, meditation, deep breathing, light exercise, or even laughter with a friend, can make a huge difference. Staying socially connected also helps, because talking and sharing reduces the weight of stress on your shoulders. So ask yourself honestly, when difficulties arise, do you let them control you, or do you find a way to move forward calmly? Your answer matters, because stress management isn't just about peace of mind, it's about protecting your heart, your brain, and your years ahead. By learning Sign 7, Your social connections, the secret to living longer. One of the most powerful predictors of longevity after 70 isn't found in a blood test or on a doctor's chart, it's found in your relationships. Staying socially connected has been shown again and again to help people live longer, healthier, and happier lives. On the other hand, loneliness and isolation can quietly harm both your mind and body, leading to higher risks of depression, heart disease, memory decline, and even early death. Think of two women, both in their late 70s. One keeps an active social circle, she talks with old friends, joins community groups, and enjoys time with her family. She laughs often, looks forward to conversations, and feels supported. The other spends most of her days alone. She doesn't reach out much, and the weeks pass quietly without much interaction. Over time, her mood declines, her health weakens, and life begins to feel heavier. The difference between them isn't just emotional, it's physical. Human connection directly affects health in ways science is only beginning to fully understand. The good news is that it's never too late to strengthen your social ties. You don't need a large group, sometimes one or two close connections can make all the difference. Call an old friend, join a club at your local senior center, attend community events, or even make a habit of chatting with neighbors. Technology also helps, video calls or messages can bridge distance with family and friends. What matters is regular, meaningful interaction that brings warmth and support into your life. So, ask yourself, are you reaching out enough, or have you slowly withdrawn without realizing it? Staying socially connected isn't just about companionship, it's medicine for the heart, mind, and body. The relationships you nurture today may very well be the key to adding more healthy, joyful years to your life. Now that you've heard these 7 powerful signs, take a moment to reflect on your own life. Are your steps still steady when you walk? Do your hands feel strong when you grip? Can you balance without holding on? Do you wake up refreshed from a good night's sleep? Are you eating well and with appetite? Do you keep stress in its place instead of letting it take over? And most importantly, are you staying connected with people who make life meaningful? So here's what I'd like you to do: look back at the 7 signs and pick one area you feel you could improve starting today. Maybe it's walking a little more, eating a bit better, calling an old friend, or setting a bedtime routine. Even the smallest step can open the door to more years of independence and joy. Thank you for spending this time with me. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Share in the comments which of these signs stood out to you most, and what change you plan to make in your life. Your stories inspire not only me but also others who may be going through the same challenges. Because at the end of the day, it's not just about living longer, it's about living better. And that, my friends, is a goal always worth working toward.